Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations, the first one. We're jumping back in. Last time we got reunited with an old face, and now we're battling Mr. Guy McCool in a battle of logic and wits. Yes, you take another good look at the time marks over there. The 3 marks are indicative of the Blue Badger mobile. The story of Officer Meekin thought about that shop and the wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the Blue Badger mobile here and committed the murder. Then he used the car to move the body to the garage in the wild wild west area. You believe he moved the body with the car? That's right, it was Officer Meekins himself who pointed us to the way he did it. The 3 tired tread marks are very telling. However, is the Blue Badger mobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern? Well, don't spell it out for me, Edgy Boy. Honestly, the fact that they spelled it out, it's like, oh, they definitely, you're not supposed to present the Pink Badger mobile. No way, no shot. It's actually, you're supposed to present, your prosecutor badge. That's the answer.
Hold it!
The tire marks? Yeah, the tire marks. The ones there behind the stage. They were hidden up until now by the various pieces of stage equipment. As for when they were made, they must have been made after the rain had begun to fall, correct? Yeah, probably around the same time as when the killer's footprints were made. The tires on that Blue Badger mobile probably got pretty muddy because of that. I'd say it's the Blue Badger mobile because, well, I mean, that's pretty obvious too.
Hold it!
3 tire marks? I have to agree that the Blue Badger mobile has 3 tires. Of course you do. Only thing in this park that can make those marks is that roving shop.
Objection!
Are you forgetting that there are in fact 3 of them? Okay. I mean, I guess he's doing it for me, so actually they are looking for something different. You can't simply ignore the pink and the Proto Badger mobiles.
Not so fast!
Yeah, of course. I didn't say it couldn't be either of the other 2. Well, I mean, you implied it by saying it was this one. That's like if you said the answer to the math problem is 7, and they're like, well, it could actually be 8 or 9, and you're like, well, I didn't say it couldn't be 8 or 9. Yeah, but you said it was 7. I see no reason to drag them into this just to complicate things. Okay, so we could still present the Pink Badger mobile, right? We do have that, right? We actually don't. What the hell? Why is it not here? I don't know what the hell they're looking for then. Oh wait, go back. Oh wait, not that far back. Why did you go so far back? Yeah. Go forward? What? What the hell's going on with this game? It was like I was clicking, it was like I didn't even have the arrow there to like go ahead.
Hold it!
Of course you have some sort of proof it was all a lie, correct? Of course not! Well, that was blunt. But suppose it is a lie. It'd explain a lot of things. Like his movements and his whereabouts and his general demeanor. No, god damn it. It's like I'm trying to click and it just, instead of like having the text auto fill out, it's like, oh, you want to skip this entirely? No, I just want the text to go faster. Actually, is that a thing, by the way? I mean, I don't see anything here that says make text scroll faster, because that is I think that's been an issue with all the games, is the text speed is way too damn slow. Especially in these sections where it's like you have to wait for the text to scroll all the way before you can press.
Hold it!
But you've already read it out loud, so you don't really need to read it again. And you still claim the tire marks belong to the Blue Badger Mobile? You must have arrived on the scene after the ground had become wet with rain. Officer Meekins committed the murder. No.
Hold it!
Besides the Blue Badger Mobile, there are other ways the body could have been moved.
Not the back!
Recall what the Wild Wild Wiki Wild Wild West area looked like. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know any of the words. I just know they say wiki in it. I saw that movie once as a kid. I'm pretty sure, I'm not even entirely sure that I saw it as a kid. I believe, I have a memory of seeing a movie, and I believe that movie was Wild Wild West. Because it's got like a robot spider in it or something. That's the only thing I remember. And there's a song. And I know they say Wiki Wild West, but I don't know anything else other than that. So this reference is not going to get any deeper than me just saying wiki every once in a while. So that means I should probably stop doing it. But that would require me to think of something new, which is hard. Only the Blue Badger Mobile and Mr. Deacon's body were in the garage. I'd say that's proof. I suppose if one were to look at that place, that would be the only logical conclusion. However, my experience tells me the truth is usually not so easily found. Is there some sort of problem with this statement in regard to that scene? Okay, a problem with the scene. Looks like the only thing that car was selling were death, not dreams. Only if what Agent Long believes turns out to be true. The 3 tire and tread marks are very telling, however. Is the Blue Badger Mobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern? Okay, so... I mean, that sounds like they want me. Like, see, look at the... Look, it's like, well, let me advance. It's like the game locked up.
Hold it!
It's like you gotta... What the hell? I haven't had any issues up until now. But it's like it wouldn't let... It would only let me go forward by pressing. So let's see. What else could move him? Since we can't present the pink one. Likely wearing one due to the footprint shape and the lack of blood. I feel like I don't got shit, man. I mean, the fact that they just took away that piece of evidence that I thought I had. I mean, this is the only thing we have, really, which I don't know. I mean, he could have been moved in the, but I mean, the costume would presumably have some sort of blood leaking out. So I'm like, if you could like have him move in the costume, like drag the body, but that would still be conspicuous. But it wouldn't be as obvious that you're dragging a dead guy. Am I missing a piece of... What else could have created the 3 tire tracks? Other than the Badger mobiles, which I can't use. It's parked inside the Wild Wild West area garage. Yes, it was. It was indeed parked there. Maybe something to do with the tires? I mean, the tires don't look muddy, but it doesn't say they're not muddy. Let's attempt this.
Objection!
Because now that I think about it, I do think I remember them saying the tires weren't muddy. Sorry, Agent Long, but that's an impossible tale. Now, I feel like that should definitely be in the description. I mean, I guess you do have the picture at least, so it's not, like, terrible. But it should probably say something about... Well, I guess with the pic... Well, it's just like, do you trust the game to depict the mud or not, I guess. And I somewhat trust the game, but I don't fully trust it. Like, them not drawing mud on there does not necessarily mean that it's not supposed to be muddy. The tire box could not have been left by the Officer Meekin's blue Badger-mobile? One look at the car would have told you so. What proves the blue Badger-mobile had never been to the stadium?
Take that!
Take a good look at the tires. There's not a single dollop of mud to be found on it. If this car had come to the backstage area and left those tire tracks, then the lack of mud on these tires stands out as very peculiar indeed. And how do you explain the tire checks, genius? Hey, I got it. What about Miss Oldbag's pink bag? Well, yeah, if you guys had just added that to my freaking evidence, I could have just presented that. But, y'all didn't. And technically we already mentioned it. Don't be ridiculous. I was sleeping the entire time and taking to your seats. Indeed, I believe we can rule her out as someone related to the crime. There is yet one more roving store, as I recall. Oh, you mean the Proto Badger. Oh, what, bad badgers can't sell products? Okay. I feel like it actually should be the bad badger that goes around selling high-charging merchandise to fans. Or high-priced overpriced merchandise to fans to exploit their love and favor for the franchise. That sounds like something a bad badger would do. That's right, there was one more parking space inside their garage, and it proves the existence of a proto-badger mobile, the missing link, if you will, between man and badger. Agent Long, I suggest you find this proto-badger mobile post-haste. There must still be some sort of incriminating evidence in it. Can I be done with this pose now? Because it's very taxing on my jawline, keeping this perfect posture, just the right amount of mouth open, hand not wavering 1 nanometer. Hey, did you hear something? Oh, presumably that's Lancy Boy. Think he's got any Dragonites? Help me. Are you alright? Dead. This is something. Looks like we found our kidnapping victim. Where were you all this time? Edgeworth kidnapped me. That guy. Wild West, wiki Wild West kidnappers. He was in the room next to the one I was held in? Was he? 'Cause I sure didn't see his ass. Or hear him. Ran away using underground. Got lost. Kidnappers. Sorry, I had a sneeze there. What is it? I can't understand what you're trying to say. The kidnappers escaped wearing costumes. Yeah, we already know. Okay, I guess I'll just die then. Did you see the faces of your kidnappers? Bad Badger. No, I didn't see their faces, but one was a woman. A woman? I've heard of those. Quite an important piece of testimony. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's that important. I mean, I never even, began to assume that it couldn't have been a woman. Women can kidnap people too, alright? It's actually sexist to assume that the killer had to have been a dude. Or the kidnapper had to have been a dude. What are you guys doing? Stop standing there and get your caps on this already. Oh, look at that. I even let you guys have what the kid said just now. Consider it a gift. I mean, we already knew the costumes thing, and one of the people being a woman is not really... doesn't really mean anything. I did like their little synchronized glasses, though. That was pretty cool. Also, do you have cactus on your feet? I never really paid attention. You know, I'll be honest, I didn't really look at the feet first things first. What the hell are those? They're not really cactuses. They're kind of like little crowns. You gonna get out of my crime scene? I'm going to get rough. Again. You're nothing but a big bully. I'm here too. Me, Emma Sky. I feel like I got my dramatic re-entrance into the series and then I've had like 4 sentences. And all of them have been science related. So I guess I got that going for me. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go. No, not you. You're a very important witness for my case. Not about to let you get away that easily. Don't count on me to testify because I won't. Not for you. That's right, I won't either. You hear me, you young whippersnapper? Hey, calm down. There's no need for all this hostility. I just want to take a statement from each of you. Not gonna rough either of you up. I give you my word. I feel like that should be the default implied scenario. I feel like the fact that you said I'm not gonna rough you up makes you more worried. Because I wouldn't have assumed that's what you were going to do. Feels like a bit of a self-report from you, pal. Come on, fair maidens, what do you say? Will you cooperate? Fair maiden? Well, you little rascal, you sure know the way into a woman's heart. Long as he says... The passage of time is but a fleeting moment, and a lady is young forever. Just trying to outdo my edgy poo with your fancy schmancy sayings. Let's get this over with so we're clear. I'm only interested in giving you my statement. Sure, just as soon as Mr. Prosecutor leaves us be. Mr. Edgeworth. To be continued. And it continued immediately. Boom. We're in the ladder. We're investigating in the hallway. I love investigating hallways, man. Never mind, we're actually in the middle. Oh, did I save over something? I think I saved over the ladder. So we're still in the middle? I thought we'd be moving on to ladder. Because we were already in the middle. I think. Maybe we weren't. That would mean this case is going to be a bit longer than I thought, which is not, I mean, not a bad thing. Usually it's like case 3 is when they start getting long, or longer. It's like the first case is really short, second case is like, you know, much longer than the first one, but still a decent bit shorter than your, you know, last few. I think there are 5 cases in this? I think there's 5, what we saw. Which is good. I think the game's going to be about as long as I expect. Well, it's going to take a little bit longer just because of yapping, basically. I think the game probably would take about like 30 hours. Will probably be a little bit closer to 40, but hopefully we'll still. I think we'll still be able to get it finished in time. Just because you got, you know, just reading everything out loud takes longer. Then plus, you know, basically just this section right here where I'm just talking and nothing's happening, or just commenting on things, drags them out. Looks like we got the boot again. With land safe, the focus of the investigation will shift solely onto the murder. You mean the infighting between the kidnappers? Yes, and also the identity of the remaining kidnapper. Miles, my boy! Oh, I completely forgot about Ring Pop Girl. I mean, she seems pretty sus. She's a woman. I've heard that they can kidnap people. Tell me it's true. Tell me you really found my boy. Yes, Mr. Amano. We found him earlier in the stadium. Well, really, it was more like he found us. Then my little Lance is unhurt? He's not exactly the picture of perfect health, but his life is not in danger. He's being questioned right now by Agent Long. Poor Lance, it must have been so horrible for him. Locked up like a... I don't know, something that's locked up. Well, how's it going, Mr. Cat? I got you now, you foul criminals. I think the kidnappers would have better sense than to try hiding in these. Okay, this is the same. Did you say anything about the post? Mr. Edgeworth, isn't this one of the things you tie horses to? Yeah, okay, we did. I couldn't remember if we only talked to it with Gumshoe or with you. You know how to ride a horse? Nope, never rode. Yeah, because then I said even children can ride horses. I mean, hopefully with some supervision. But I mean, if you fall, I mean, kids are fairly indestructible. Every single time. Do you know what this is? It's a prosecutor's badge. I'm not a bad person, and I'm not out to seduce you. Come on now, won't you talk? I didn't realize we had to specify we weren't out to seduce them. You're showing that to me to lord over me with how much authority you have. Yes, that's what it's for. Well, I will not be bullied. You should be ashamed of yourself, you evil man. I'm evil? What? How should I repent in order for this woman to talk to me? Oh, would she not talk to me normally if I click on this? He loves me not. He loves me not. Oh, that's the 12th one. You can't give up, Lauren. Just one more try. One more kidnapping. Excuse me, but now I can't help but feel a bit sorry for all the flowers you've gone through. I suppose if they were me, then... what? Shut up. Control yourself, lady. I believe you said that you were Lance's girlfriend when we first met, correct? I am, theoretically, but it's not like we both think of each other as lovers. I mean, usually you don't think of each other as lovers. Usually something's gotta happen to, you know, go to use that phrase or word. He did give me this ring, so I guess we're not just friends either. I believe that cost 25 cents. I mean, because this isn't just any ordinary ring. It tastes so sweet when you lick it. Oh, it's so wonderful. You mean to tell me that he gave you a lollipop ring? So which is it? Have you guys decided if you're going out or is it just one-sided? Decided? Shouldn't the parties involved naturally just know? You fool. Edgeworth, this is why you're ace. You've got no clue about the complex intricacies of relationships. The father used to work for Mr. Amano. So Lance and I grew up together. I said it out loud. I don't see how that's anything to be embarrassed about. I grew up with lots of people. Your father was an employee of the Amano group. What did he do? I heard his job was to fly around the world. On a Pegasus. Pegasus? Oh, Pegasus is the name of an airplane. The airplane belonged to the company. You had me there for a second. But now it's all changed. My father, he isn't around anymore. Oh, I see. About 10 years ago, he rode in Pegasus off to somewhere and never returned. Riding Pegasus to whereabouts unknown. Sounds like the stuff legends are made of. It's been so long, I don't think I'd recognize him if we were to ever meet again. Okay. I mean, there's not really a good candidate for her long-lost dad, who's just like a random person here. But it probably had to be like, you know, close to 40. Maybe it's the ages don't quite work for old Gummy Boy. I'm so sorry, Lauren. I mean, granted, I guess if some people had their way, Gumshoe could have a child that's 19 years old. You know, some people... Freaking... I won't give in to the sadness. I have to live. Yes, Lauren, live. About this incident. Incident? That isn't the kidnapping already over and dealt with? I've been here the whole time, so I'm afraid I don't know much about any other incident. How did you come to know that Lance had been kidnapped? Oh, that's because of my women's intuition. You base everything on that? I know everything when it comes to my Lance. Same. It's really strange. It must be destiny. She started fantasizing again. You ever heard of this bad badger dude? Ah, it's a monster, a hideous monster. I know that it may look like a monster. I would like you to ask you about it. Lance up in heaven, lend your little lolly your strength. Don't ever call yourself that. But he's not dead. If you lend me your strength, I can defeat the bad monster and live a long and happy life. I'm beginning to suspect you are not very good at listening business. Or at this listening business. I don't know, you know this deacon guy? About what we found when we examined the victim. Ah! What? You big bully, I can't believe you'd show me something so gruesome. But I have to admit, I kind of like that mavericky aura around him. Me or the dead body? Oh, Lauren, are you becoming bad as well? She's off in La La Land again, I see. Once again, we're an ace prosecutor. If I show this to her, she'll probably just go on about another one of her fantasies. You're not going to show it to her, then why not give it to me for safekeeping? Why would I do anything of the sort? Okay. You ever heard of this Gatewater Land place? This right here is Lance's and my castle of love. It's the perfect new house for us made out of candies and sweets. I feel like this is an endorsement for the ring pop. Because, I mean, she be licking on that thing and it just stay the same, man. I can't seem to get the door open. Why? Because this is a theme park and I highly doubt they would let you live here for real. Unless you made way more. Well, I don't know. Lancey is pretty rich. Maybe he could swing it. Oh, so it's like a band-aid on your elbow? Is that what that's supposed to be? But I have nothing to do with that. Also, I didn't mean to skip that line. You won't let me in my own house? You truly are a terrible man. You know that? Her elbow got all messed up from all the muerting she did. Are you a badger? Lance and I met on a street corner by the crosswalk. I was so busy eating a loaf of bread that I ran right into him. A whole damn loaf? It was destiny, as people like to say. Also, did you see you met his kid? You're walking around eating a whole loaf as a kid? That's crazy. I'll take that as she's not interested in this. And last but not least, you know anything about a costume? No? Okay. I feel like we should have got something, though. So only having two things to say is... I don't know, maybe you'll give us something we can ask her about. Miles, my boy, I can't thank you enough. It was nothing. I'm still in shock of what happened to Oliver. But you know what they say about random murders of your employees. No pay for the month. Or the future months. Or what's the severance? Yes, that's what the peasants call it. Don't have to do that, at least. I have to say I'm relieved that Lance is alright. Oh, that's right. I mustn't forget to pass this on to Lance as soon as the police are finished with him. A letter? Brother man? Ah, the way Lance is being chased after by women reminds me of someone I know. Almost can't believe you received yet another love letter, you know. I'm gonna murder you next. Take a look for yourself! Isn't this a breach of confidentiality? It's a very simple love letter. Yeah, love letter by a crazy person. It's a very simple love letter. Hey, let me see! That's really weird. It's from a loan company, Tinder Lender. That's more like a collection bill to me. Okay. What are you gonna do now, Mr. Edgeworth? You already established there's a good chance the killer is the other kidnapper. It's my duty to figure out who this person is. I believe there's one location that might hold a clue or two. What the hell is isolation room? Because, I mean, I feel like where we were... Would isolation room be where dude was kept? Or would that be kidnapper's hideout? I don't know what because I guess isolation room would be what we were in, and kidnapper's hideout is what Lance was in? I feel like these are the same thing. But we want to go where dude was kept. Obvious location is the kidnapper's hideout. It's not allowed in, remember? Agent Long and his men should be done with this area. In that case, there's no harm in asking that officer over there to let us in. You really have the two things to say? What about this love letter? Lance and I met, okay. Fine. Ooh, chalk. We love chalk. The way it's so chalk. Oh my god, I can come over here. There's people. Hello. This man looks suspiciously like the precinct. Look at the lovely smile on the blue badger's face. Ah, it's looking at me. Make it stop. It's scary. It's alright, dear. You want to know something? I was the one who created the blue badger. Me, your pops. See? Look at his eyes. Don't they look just like Daddy's, dead, soulless, ready to leave at a moment's notice? It's scary. It's scary because they do look like yours. Well, that was rather depressing. I think I'd better leave the two of them alone. I mean, she can't be that scared of him, because, oh, we got an achievement. I mean, if she's got the little purse thingy, you know, she probably wouldn't walk around with that if she thought the dude was scary. To think they were about a hotel, and now they have their own safari park attraction. Oh, yeah, that was the name of the hotel. Talk about a veritable goulash of rides and attractions. You just use goulash in a idiot? What? No, that's fucking smack him on the head. I mean, nothing against goulash, but that's not a thing people say. With so many of them, you think they'd have a ninja house, like one of those buildings with a zillion secret places to hide in. Those are fun. Well, they don't. Hey, how can you be so sure? I know, I bet they really do have one, but it's hidden in a real ninja fashion. Come on out, ninja house, I know you're around here somewhere. A hidden ninja house? Next you'll be looking for a lost pirate ship. Go ship! It's real! That lamp's like it's got a lot of good stories to tell about the olden days. It looks incredibly new to me. I was thinking that too. So I was like, if they just, hey, it's freaking Chickadee. I know your name. Maya. Maya, because Mia's the dead one. No offense. That was too soon. My bad. Mr. Edgeworth, you need to lighten up and get a sense of humor. That was rather rude, but just this once, I'll look the other way. Whoa, wait, what? On second thought, maybe the first thing you need to work on is tact. They say that couples who cross the... Oh, we got an achievement. Right over here. They say that couples who cross this bridge together will find happiness. Or so the Gatewater Land pamphlet says. Well, you think they'd already be happy because they were able to come together. Logistics aside, I wonder who came up with this tale and when. This bridge doesn't look old enough to be the stuff of legends. Well, some things are better left uninvestigated, don't you think? Ignorance is bliss. We have the first sidekick. Now we need an even smaller sidekick if we're truly going to be like right. But that is kind of cool. Especially since I didn't even know you could walk over here. I just kind of did it by accident. I like little stuff like that. Why is there a blue badger here too? Are you deathly allergic to him or something? It's not that. It's more the half smile on his face. It's unsettling. He's disturbed by the half smile? More disturbed by its movements and how it managed to obstruct an investigation. What do you have to report? Sir, nothing unusual or out of the ordinary, sir. Where have I heard such a redundancy before? Is it possible for you to let us take a look around inside? Roger, sir! That was surprisingly hassle-free. Are you certain? Didn't Agent Long order you not to allow me in? Sir, that's true, sir, but I don't like people from outside of the country, sir. Detective Gumshoe asked me personally to let you in, sir, and I couldn't refuse a request from him. Wow, I was like Detective Gumshoe has a following. Or, you know, at least the one follower. I guess is a following, I suppose, in the literal sense. Furthermore, I was asked to give this document to you, sir. What is this? I don't know. Read it, sir. The man in this picture, isn't this Mr. Oliver Deacon? Colin Devoret, whereabouts unknown after his escape from Penedent prison. Penedent. Stole a gun from a guard during his escape. We thought he might head for where his wife and his sole daughter are, but despite our surveillance, he has yet to show up. I mean, I guess he could be the dude's, or lady's dad. He seems a little old, but it's not like, you know, completely implausible. I guess he's not that. I mean, we had a kid at 30. That's not that crazy. And nowadays, it's fairly probably closer to the normal. The name here says Colin Devoret. It's the same name as the one on the back of the pendant. It appears that Colin Devoret was his real, or Devoret was his real name. What's this? He was convicted in a case 10 years ago and sent to prison. Yeah, I guess that would line up with the went on Pegasus, never to be seen again. But then what was he doing here? Apparently he broke out of jail and then just vanished. He must have become Oliver Deacon to cover up the fact that he was an escaped felon. Now I'm not sure what's going on anymore. Some sort of link between the victim's past and this current state? These police documents are rather detailed. Must come from a different precinct. I should take the time to give them a thorough read eventually. It's fine. Let's focus on one thing at a time, starting with the kidnapper's hideout. Yeah, I agree. We should investigate first, think later. More than thinking things through, I think you should try remembering things first. If you could please unlock the door, officer. It was locked up until a little while ago, but, since then the door's been wide open, sir. I'm not sure I follow what it is you're saying. Care to explain it in a bit more detail? Sir, the door was locked down tight when they went to check out the room. So they got about 10 officers to help out and break the door down, sir. I see. I guess that means I get Agent Long's leftovers. Well, let's see what we find. Ah, chicken sandwich. Nice. This is where the kidnappers planned their foul deed. Oh, you were tied up for a while in the room next door. Hee hee. You were basically trapped in there as well. Okay, please, must you bring that up again? Now then, down to business. There might still be some clues left in this room. Let's try and find out what we can of the other kidnapper's identity. Or the other two kidnappers' identities, right? Didn't we say there's three? You know one of them's dead. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Wonder what this key is to. You got me. You're not a key, you're a K. Reminds me of the key we found in the other room. That's it. This must be the key for one of those trap doors. I thought it was for the car. If that wasn't a trap door, you only called one because you quite literally jumped into it. Hey, but isn't that what you're supposed to do when you see one? I am not having this conversation with you. La 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 la. Edgeworth cannot hear you. Cheap styrofoam cups. Looks like only 3 cups were used. It looks like it was poured today. A poster of Gatewater Land is stuck on this wall. Intrigue, fun, prestige, Gatewater Land has it all and is waiting for you. It's not especially catchy, is it? Folding chairs, and by the looks of it, they were probably used by the kidnappers. There are 3 chairs set around the table. Only we could identify them by their ass prints, then we'd have them dead to rights. Anything else? I don't think so, but we've been baited before by thinking we clicked on everything, but it was actually like you weren't in the exact right pixel, so it didn't light up. Watch out, Mr. Edgeworth! It's a broken mirror. Probably came from the haunted house. Why is this here? Are they planning to repair it? A sign advertising the photo rally, something I have absolutely no interest in. I do not care about getting badges or nothing. I'm not keeping track of how many we've gotten or anything. Yeah, but I do, and I'm gonna get my hands on the rest of the Badger family. You'll see. She definitely brings a decidedly different atmosphere to a criminal investigation. This must be where they dispose of old and worn-out costumes. That's so sad. It would seem they throw the costumes away in pieces. What logic things do we have? A folding chair, 3 cups. I mean, I guess just to say that there's 3 kidnappers. I feel like these, I shouldn't need to connect these, but because I do feel like they go together. The common denominator between the cups and the folding chairs is the number 3. Speaking of which, the number of missing costumes is also 3. Because I feel like this is just telling us something we already know. I thought there were only 2 kidnappers. Why did we think that? Indeed, something isn't adding up. Literally, why did we think there was only 2 kidnappers? Is it possible there's a 3rd kidnapper that Lance didn't see? Like, wasn't that what we thought? Oh, did he say there was only 2 earlier? Maybe he did, and I forgot. They have barrels just like outside. I guess I think I do remember he said something about 2 kidnappers, but that could just mean the 2 that are alive. I think that's the way I interpreted it. That or he's the 3rd kidnapper, because we still don't necessarily... I feel like this is not a he kidnapped himself situation. Doesn't seem like that's the way we're going. But, I mean, they still could have it be he got himself kidnapped, you know, to get some sort of money payout, but then they brought in somebody else who took it too seriously and upped the stakes and shot Mr. Deacon, or Deacon himself escalated it and had to get shot. Yes, and? Well, I know you already asked when we were out there, but if these are real, what would you put in them? There's an expectant gleam in our eyes that I'm about to dash. Wait, what was the question? Oh, about the barrels. Well, what would you put in them? Don't dodge the question. This door is thoroughly broken thanks to the police who forced it open. I won't rest until I've invested every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Looks like a sword. A broken sword. Strange. Why would it be broken like that? Probably from bashing you upside the head. Swords don't usually break on their own. That's true. Alright then, let's think about it in this way. Maybe it broke when someone was trying to use it, or on something, or for or on something. Hypotheticals aren't going to get us anywhere. Perhaps we should think more on this later. Apparently I've looked at the barrel. Oh, it's the same dialogue? Okay. I did see it was marked, but I was like, I didn't... A little confused. That doorknob handle thingy is looking pretty beat up. I suppose it's what happened when 10 officers break their way in with brute force. That's odd. The lock on this is completely fine. Not a single dent. How is that possible after what that officer told us? Yeah, if the lock had been in use and the door is busted down, the lock itself should be completely wrecked. Well, no, he said he escaped through the trap door, so... Maybe he did. Maybe we're pivoting back to he did kidnap himself. So the lock on the door leading to the outside is undamaged? How can that be? The panel that hid the entrance to the underground has popped open, up and wide open. Be careful where you step, Kay. I only fell into that one other opening the one time, you know? You only need to mess up going up the stairs one time in your life, Kay. Alright? You gotta be on point every single time you approach some sort of... Even a single step can be enough to kill you. There's nothing unusual about this area. That's what you would say. You fool. You absolute idiot. Okay. There's a trapdoor in this room too. It's not a trapdoor, it's an entrance to an underground passage, Kay. I know that. The door into the outside world was locked, so Lance must have escaped his prison through here. What do we have? We have costume pieces, door leading outside, a broken prop sword. Can I go over here? Beyond this door is where the kidnappers held you after getting the jump on you. Must you keep reminding me? But it's the room where I got to see your awesome face. You didn't need to remind me of that mortifying moment either. Okay, what have we not looked at? Unused folding chairs leaned against the wall in their folded state. Whoever lined these up did it perfectly. They're not even a single hair off. I feel bad using these because it's like stealing their perfection away. I suspect it's more like you wouldn't want to be the one to put them away. Okay. Did we miss something over here? I already checked this area earlier, because that makes it sound like we've done everything. So... Oh, wait, do you say anything important? So this is the room next to the one we were held prisoners in. I took a peek in here through the door from the other room. As did I, Kay. Anyway, the room was truly the kidnapper's hideout. And the thing was already popped open, so that makes it seem like he escaped even before we got out. Which is a little odd. I mean, we don't know how long the tunnel would be, but it does seem like he would have gotten free before us if he had left before us. That means there's usually some clues on their identities here, right? I don't know if there are, however the probability is quite high. I believe a thorough combing of the room is necessary. Got anything to say about our new evidence? In a way, you can think of it as he stole and hid himself away. This man was a fugitive. I imagine that was the only way he could live on the outside. People who do bad things don't deserve to be respected. Yeah, I mean, I mostly agree. The best way to live life is to follow the straight and narrow. How ironic I'm getting lectured on morals from a thief. A great thief. Well... I feel like we're missing something. Trash bin for old and useless, broken. Is it not locked? I mean, these don't really seem like they go together. Okay, you're saying the same thing. Yeah, I don't know, 'cause I feel like I'm missing something. Okay, we probably should call it here, but I guess we'll save and... Because I'm not really sure that these fit. Okay. It's a bit strange the police had to force their way into an unlocked room. One look at the pristine door lock and anyone can see it was not in use at the time. The police went outside. It said it took 10 minutes to get it open. A door that was locked tight despite it being not locked at all. Okay, so they're going for that. Can only be because... I mean, I don't remember the doorknob. I guess it was the type you could push something into. Or, you know, bar it. You mean it? Yes, it was used to jam the door. Here, take a look at the door handle. Okay, yeah, I guess you could use that. You could jam it in there. See how the handle's completely destroyed? That's how the sword broke. I thought we might uncover the true identity of the kidnappers. Instead, we've only uncovered more questions that need to be answered. Ha! Badger, get! What is it? Well, well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I correct? What are you doing suddenly popping about at the secret entrance like that? This is an underground passage used by staff members, sir. We Badgers also make sure of use of it in our duties. Why don't you get out of there first and then we'll talk, okay? I beg your pardon, miss. Get his ass. Badger get, Proto Badger get, only one more to go. What are you getting all excited about? Did you forget the photo rally, duh? See, look, now all I have to do is get a picture of the bad Badger and I'm done. Yes, I vaguely recall a contest or something of that sort. Okay. It's gone! Where did it go? What happened? What's wrong? A bad Badger costume's missing, sir. Oh. Is that all? It's missing because the kidnapper stole it. I heard about how they were stolen, but they said that only 3 of the costumes have been taken. What? Is he saying that more than 3 of them are gone? Mr. Proto Badger, please tell me a little bit more about the costumes you use. We will learn more about the costumes that the Badger clan utilizes in their quest to entertain every child on the planet next time. I'm XGZ87. Stay tuned for the next part. Bye, guys.